Neil here from the Four Corners, and welcome to a Ninjago Season 13 detailed trailer walkthrough. Now, this trailer is called Master of the Mountains, and this trailer was completely unexpected, and I was so excited when I first saw it. So without further ado, let's start talking about it immediately. So, in the first scene, we see the Destiny's Bounty. What's cool about this bounty is that this is actually the legacy edition of the bounty and not the Ninjago movie bounty design. So they decided to change it, and what's even cooler is that I made a speculation video in the past actually predicting that this would happen, and I can't believe I was actually right about this. I'll probably do a follow-up video in the future talking more about my thoughts on this change. After that, we see that there is no mast on the bounty, or there is no mainsail. It is missing, and maybe the gravity in the kingdom of Shintaro doesn't work right, and that's why the ninja are able to fly. Or maybe the ninja don't even need the mainsails to fly, because realistically, they have 4 boosters, so they'll probably be able to fly without the mainsails. And I'm pretty confident when I say there's no gravity because I saw people of Shintaro just flying around, but that flying around could be due to the golden harnesses on the back of their torsos. As you can see in this picture, they have some type of golden wings on the back, and that's probably the reason they're able to fly around like that. And then in the next scene, we have Cole and Vania just chilling together in a cave with a torch, and there's really nothing much to say about this scene. And then after that, we have a really good look at the Skull Dungeons area, probably beneath the Kingdom of Shintaro in the mountains of Shintaro. And I really have to say that they really did capture the Skull Dungeons properly with the parts budget they had, because there's no way they could actually build this to scale and to accuracy, because this is absolutely humongous. It's literally a chunk of a mountain with a skull on it. And I really like how this turned out in animation. Maybe some extra rock detailing would be better, but I'm completely fine with how this turned out. After that, we see a shot of the awakened warriors looking pretty sick. In this scene, they have spears, and I wish they got those spears in these sets, because in these sets, they just get silver katanas. In the next scene, we see the Skull Sorcerer applying some type of magic to Cole and Lloyd, and this magic kind of looks like the time Lloyd got his powers back in Season 9 when the green energy was swirling around him, except this time the magic is working in the opposite way, where it's actually supposed to harm Cole and Lloyd. And I really like how the Skull Sorcerer looks. His face looks pretty creepy. It looks a bit 2D, but I think that's their look. That's the magical look that they're going for. And then this is where the trailer gets more and more interesting, because we get a really good shot at the Skull Dragon. Again, I like it in the set. I think it's one of the best dragons we've gotten for Ninjago, and I really like how it turned out in animation. Shortly after that scene, we have Cole fighting a lava monster, and these lava monsters kind of remind me of the geothermal rock monsters Kai and Nia had to fight in the boiling sea in Season 7, Hands of Time. And these lava monsters are kind of like that, but they're more lava-y. They have more lava in them, and I'm pretty sure this is the monster that Cole initially meets when he falls into the mountains of Shintaro, because he's still in his Season 11 suit. After that, we have Princess Vania with a golden harness trying to save Cole and Wu, who are falling down a hole. So my theory is that the kingdom of Shintaro is all happy and peaceful, and then suddenly potholes start forming and people start falling into those potholes. And in one of those potholes, Cole and Wu would fall down together, and Princess Vania would grab one of those harnesses that supposedly can help you fly, according to some scenes before us, and Princess Vania would try to go ahead and save Cole and Wu. In the next scene, we see the Geckos and Munts fighting each other, probably for the Blade of Deliverance, and this kind of adds up with the Russian Gamebook leak, because the Russian Gamebook did say that the Geckos and Munts were two warring tribes, and they would have to unite to beat the Skull Sorcerer. And now we have a Zane scene, and I have to say the new animation makes ice powers look cooler than they should be. Zane's ice powers look absolutely phenomenal with the new style of animation, or fairly new style, because we have had this for at least 3 seasons now. And he's fighting the Skull Sorcerer, looking also pretty cool. I really like how this magic looks and how the dragon looks fighting Zane's ice powers. And then after that, we have Cole, Wu, and Princess Vania surrounded by spiders. And maybe the scene is right after the part where they fall down the cave, because they still look pretty surprised and pretty shocked and fresh into the mountain. So this could be one of the first scenes where they're actually in the mountain together, and this could indicate that Cole, Wu, and Vania will be together for a good amount of the season. After that, we have Lloyd jumping from cage to cage in the Skull Dungeons area, and this could also be one of the initial stages where they come into the dungeon area, because Lloyd is still in his Season 11 suit, and he hasn't gotten into his knight armor yet. As we reach the end of the trailer, we have some people of the Kingdom of Shintaro fighting some bats off, and maybe they fell down the potholes like I said before, and these are the initial stages as they go into the mountain, or this could be the end where the Kingdom of Shintaro people are made to come down and fight the Skull Sorcerer all together. After that, we have the Skull Sorcerer himself using that green skull we've seen in the sets. And so this green skull doesn't look like it's a part of him, it just looks like it's a weapon. And I really like how this looks. It kind of works like a Captain America shield, where it goes back and comes back to the Skull Sorcerer's will. And it looks very menacing and powerful and very intimidating. Now, if you're into these Season 13 sets, now this scene will be for you, because the Firestone Mech is activating in this scene, and it looks pretty cool. So far I only see the stone, I don't see any lava or fire yet, so maybe this is a coal vehicle, and in these sets they just put Kai in there, cause why not? Because sets with Kai do tend to sell better, and the dual cockpit part is one of the main selling points for the Firestone Mech. At least in my opinion, it's one of the main features that I really like in the Firestone Mech. So maybe the Kai and coal thing is just for the sets, and in the real show only coal goes in the Firestone Mech. And for the last scene of the Season 13 trailer, we have Cole coming in to whack the Skull Sorcerer, and the Skull Sorcerer trying to do it vice versa and trying to whack Cole. And Cole is in his knight armor, so maybe this is a final battle scene. We'll have to see what happens, but Cole does have a Blade of Deliverance in his hand, and the Skull Sorcerer, I'm not able to see what he has in his hand yet. And so that brings us to the end of the trailer. Ninjago's in this lava rocky texture, all cracked and everything, and I think that perfectly matches the tone of the season. And I really like the name Ninjago Master of the Mountains. I was kind of hoping it would be Ninjago Masters of Magic, but once we got the clue that it was going to be MOTM, it was probably not going to be Masters of Magic. And I really like how this name turned out, because Master of Mountains could be Cole's savior name, because Kai's savior name was Firemaker when he saved the people of the Ice Village. So maybe when Cole saves the people of this Kingdom of Shintaro, people call him Master of the Mountains because he did save the people on the mountain. So that's all for my theories and thoughts on the Season 13 trailer. I really love this trailer, completely unexpected, and super excited to see the actual season. Stay tuned for more theories and videos on Season 13. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.